Dear students, hope you are safe and fine. Welcome back in my next lesson. In previous lesson, we completed chapter 2nd and today I am starting chapter 3rd. The name of the chapter is Elementary Concept of Objects and Classes. In this chapter, we will discuss some topics which are class, object, class naming rule, how to declare an object and how to make object of a class and class as an object factory, initialization and accessing member functions. So let's start. Our first topic is object. We know that what is object, and in real world every living or non-living things are called object, such as car, fan, table, human, animal, birds, all are called objects. And every object has two unique features. Number one feature is characteristics and number two feature is behavior. For example, a car. Car is an object. Suppose car is an object. So its characteristics is represented by its length, width, wheel radius, and so on. And the behavior of this object is its speed, acceleration, changing gear, and so on. Okay. And in other words, the object means in the real world any entity will have a state and behavior, and this entity is called an object. And in Java program we can create many objects of a class, and we can access or interact by invoking method. An object consists of three things. First is identity. Second is state, and third is behavior. So first, identity. Identity means object's name. Okay, the name of the objects. And state. It is represented by attribute or characteristics. And behavior, it is represented by method. And here identity means name of the object. For example, I am creating an object and the object name is suppose dog. Okay, so identity means the name of the dog. So identity means name of the dog. And state, attribute or characteristics means here breed, age, color. And the method means behavior. Behavior of the object dog is bark, eat, sleep, and so on. The behavior of dog are the bark, eat, and sleep, and so on. Again, the next example, suppose a car. Okay, suppose I am creating an object car. So the identity means name of the car, just like Centro, Maruti, etc. And the state or attribute or characteristics of car is number of gear, sitting capacity, its length, width, color, and so on. And the behavior of a car is its speed. Okay, its speed, acceleration, changing gear, changing gear, and so on. Okay, so these three things will be used to define an object. Okay, this the object consists these three things: identity, state, and the behavior. So our now next topic is class. Our next topic is class, and we know that a class describes a group of objects with similar properties, common behavior, and common relationship. Okay, and the single most important feature of Java is the class, and the class is the mechanism that is used to create object. The class is the mechanism that is used to create an object, and the class is at the heart of all Java feature, and it is a basis of all computation in Java. Now look here, suppose the class in class, a class is a basis of all computation in Java, and in a Java, class encapsulated the characteristics and behavior of an object, where the characteristics are represented by data member. The characteristics are represented by data member or instance variable, and the behavior is represented by member function or methods. So look here, suppose here is the attribute of real world, here is the attribute of real world, and here attribute of Java program. Attribute of Java program. Okay, and the attribute of real world is first is characteristics. The attribute of real world in the characteristics, and another one is behavior. But in Java, the characteristics is used in Java as data member. Okay, here is a data member, and the behavior is known as member function or method. Member function or method. Okay, the next thing, when an object of a class is created, then the class is said to be instantiated. The class said to be instantiated. I am creating a class, and the class name is dog. And the state or attributes of dog is breed, age, color, and so on. And the behavior of dog is bark, eat, and sleep, so on. Okay, so this thing, and now I am creating the object of the class dog. Now I am creating the objects of the class, and I am creating here 4 objects. So 4 objects means dear dog 1, dog 2, dog 3, and dog 4. You can create many objects, but here I am creating only 4 objects of the class dog. Okay, so this class is called instantiated, and all the instance, it is called instance, and all the instance share the attribute and behavior of the class. Okay, so all the instances means 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the instances share all the attributes and behavior of this class. Okay, clear? Now, the next most important thing or topic is class naming rule. When you are giving the name of the class, then you will use some rules and regulations. So first one is, so number one rule for class naming rule is, number one rule is, in the name of the class you can use any letter of alphabet, any letter of the alphabet, or any digit, or underscore sign, or dollar sign. It means you can use all the alphabets, underscore sign and dollar sign and digits only. Suppose I am giving this, for example, here dog. Here is a small, OG is a small letter and is a capital letter. It's a combination of capital and small letter. The second one, dog 1, is a combination of capital, small and digit. Dog underscore 1 is a combination of capital, small, underscore and digit. And dog $1 is a combination of capital, small, dollar and digit sign. Okay. The second naming rule to declare a class is it cannot have space between it. Means you cannot use any space in the name. Suppose dog 1 is correct, but you are giving the name dog, then space and then 1 is incorrect. Okay, it means you cannot use any space between the class name. The third point, you cannot use any keyword. You cannot use any keyword. Any keyword means just like keyword is int, if, while, okay, class, all are the keywords. So you cannot use any keyword. We'll discuss about keyword, token, identifier next lecture. Okay. So what is the keyword? We'll discuss later. And then the next rules, it should not begin with any digits. Means if you are giving the name dog 1 is correct, but you cannot give the name 1 and then dog is incorrect. Okay, it means it should not begin with any digits. And the next rule is it can be of any length. It means you can write the object in the class name with any length. Suppose my class 9th new 1, 2, 3, 4 $3 to 1 any length. Okay, length means we have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total number of digits or number of characters. Okay, so it can be of any length. It can be of any length. But here is some rules regulation of creating a class, and some important things to be remembered in Java. First thing is Java is case sensitive language. Java is a case sensitive language. It means case sensitive language. It means suppose you are giving the class name is mark or mark. Okay, I'm giving 4 classes name 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so thus the class mark, mark, mark and mark may be considered differently from each other. Okay, so this feature is called case sensitive. So Java is a case sensitive language. The second most important thing to be remembered is the class name should begin with capital letter. The class name should begin with capital letter. Here, the first letter is capital, is correct. This one is correct. This one is correct. This one is correct. Okay. Here, mark is correct. Correct is incorrect. Okay. It means the class name should begin with capital letter. Okay. The next and last important thing is if class consists of more than one word. The class consists of more than one word, then the first letter of each word should be capital. The first letter of each word should be capital. Suppose you are creating the class, then suppose here my class 9th new 1, 2, 3. So my is another one word, class is one word, 9th one word, new is one word. So every word, the first letter should be capital. Here, look here, my M capital, class C capital, 9th I capital, then new N capital. Okay, so the first letter of each word should be capital. Okay, so this most important thing you have to be remembered. Then our next topic is declaring class. Our next topic is declaring a class. Then how to declare a class? So class declaration can include some components. The class declaration includes some components in order. So first is modifier, second is class name, and third is body of class. So first modifier, second class name, and third body of class. Okay, body of class. So first is modifier. So modifier, a class can be public or has default access. The class may be public or has default access. For example, here I am writing here public class cuboid. I am creating a class cuboid. So public class cuboid. So public is a modifier. Okay, it can be public or default access. And the second thing is class name. So your class name is cuboid. Okay, the first letter should be capital, cuboid. And then body. So the body and curly braces open and then curly braces close. So the every class should have a body surrounded by the curly braces open and then curly braces close. Okay, open means your class is opening and your class is closing. For example, I am creating the public class cuboid, and here I am giving some instance or variable name, int width, int depth, and int height. Okay, public class cuboid, public is a modifier, cuboid is class name, and this is a body of class. Okay, and here the class called cuboid that defined 3 instances. This class defined 3 instances. First, second, and third. First instance is width, second depth, and third height. And this instance is also called the field of the class. This instance is also called the field of the class. field of the class. This instance is also called the field of the class. The field of the class. And an object stores in state in field. Its state in field means, and an object stores its state in field. And here cuboid class does not contain any method. Here this class cuboid contain only the instance, only the variable or field or instances. Okay. Now the next thing is so the next topic is declaring object of the class. When you create a class, then you are creating a new data type, and you use this type to declare object of the data type. And however, obtaining object of a class is a two-step process. Then first is you must declare a variable of the class type, okay, and then the second you must acquire the physical copy of the object. Suppose I want to declare an object of this cuboid class. Then I will write this statement. First is, then I will write this statement cuboid. The name of this class is cuboid. Then the variable of the cuboid I am writing here my cuboid. And then after my cuboid equal to, then after my cuboid equal to new and then cuboid. The name of the class was cuboid. Bracket open, close, and then semicolon. When you want to create an object of the cuboid class, then you have to write this statement. Okay, the class name was cuboid, then creating variable my cuboid equal to new keyword and then cuboid. The new keyword is used. The new keyword is used to allocate memory space for an object. Okay, so this statement combines the two step just to describe. First step is this one, and the second step this one. So this is the first step, and this is second step. This is step 2, step 1 and step 2. So the first step cuboid, then my cuboid. Here I am declaring the reference to object. And here I am acquiring the physical copy of the class. So in this type we can declare any object of that class. Okay, so this topic is over, and thank you, have a nice day, good luck.